Guess who's back? It's been quite a while since I have made a video. I wanted to make a video because I saw how much my other video helped a lot of you, and I've been getting a lot of questions since I posted that video. First of all, I want to say thank you for watching the videos that you've watched from my channel, and for commenting and for sending me questions, and for subscribing. Every time I see like a new subscriber, it's a constant reminder that I'm not alone and that you're not alone either, and that we can help each other out, we can motivate each other and give ideas of what's been working for us. Because if you read the comments, some people say, you know, they've heard this and they've heard that, and so, you know, there's a lot of ideas out there and maybe something has worked for somebody. So I think that's important, you know, that we're sharing all of this information, because this has become a resource for somebody else. So I wanted to make this video because that's a constant question that I get, which is, what should I be doing at the gym? Am I doing it right? How much cardio should I be doing? Should I do strength training? You know, and things like that. So I wanted to talk about that. And I wanted to talk about the research that I found and what has worked for me too. It's hot. It is 43 degrees in the Chicagoland area and it feels hot. I'm not gonna lie. Before I start talking about kind of like working out, I do want to say that nutrition is very important. Like, what we eat is probably the most important thing that is going to affect our weight loss journey, because you could be going to the gym all you want and then your nutrition is off and you may not see a difference, and it's because of our nutrition. And I mean, that's happened to me. It's something that we need to consider as something important, and that's something we really need to focus on that as well. Okay, so first of all, I wanted to kind of explain my experience with weight loss, like what types of workouts I did. Keep in mind, I have PCOS and I have an endomorph body type. So what I did during my journey, and I have switched up my routine a lot because of my goals. So I spent about 20 to 30 minutes on the treadmill, and I was doing like 1 minute walking, 30 minutes 1 minute walking, 1 minute jogging, and like 30 seconds sprinting, and then like repeating that cycle over and over again for about 25 to 30 minutes. I would do about 10 to 15 minutes on the Stairmaster as well sometimes. After that, I would go and do some other HIIT exercises with the BOSU ball. And then I would finish off with a couple of strength training exercises.
I forgot to mention this very important detail, and that is that this is the way I lost the first 10 to 15 pounds, and then I hit a plateau, so I needed to switch it up at the gym. So I started focusing way more on strength training exercises and still doing HIIT exercises with the BOSU ball, as well as trying them on the Stairmaster. And this is where I actually started seeing the biggest difference in my body and the way it looked. Alright, so that is all. Let's get back into the video.
But I wanted to talk about really quickly about the different types of exercises and what I found. Like I said, that is a question that I get asked a lot about what should I be doing, how am I working out, is it right, you know. So first of all, with cardio, cardio can be super good for our endurance. It's really good for our cardiovascular health, as well as for helping us decrease the risk of us getting heart disease, because with PCOS we do have more of an opportunity to get heart disease, so that will help with that as well. The good thing about cardio too is that we're burning a lot of calories. You know, if we're on there for 30 minutes, we can burn a lot of calories, right? Sprinting, like on the treadmill, is really good for us as women who have PCOS. There was a couple studies that I looked at that stated that it reduced insulin sensitivity, and it makes sense based on all of the research that I was looking at. The only thing that cardio can be hard for some people because of like joints. It puts a lot of pressure on our joints, and so maybe some of us won't be able to do it. I know that it could be a little bit boring as well, depending on what you're doing. And I remember hurting myself too when I first started. I started sprinting and like pausing and sprinting, and I hurt myself doing that because I was in no way ready to be doing that. It was like day one and I was doing that on the treadmill. Not a good idea. With cardio, it's also, you can't really target anything. Like you're kind of, when you're losing weight with using cardio, you're losing a little bit of everything, a little bit of your bones, a little bit of your muscle, a little bit of your fat. So you kind of just end up like turning into like a mini you could say. And you can't really target anything. You're not really toned. You're just looking smaller, basically. The other thing too with cardio is that because it's a stressful activity on our bodies, it could actually release the hormone called cortisol. And so what cortisol does is it causes our bodies to produce glucose, and normally insulin would be released and all of that. But with our bodies as women who have PCOS, we actually will store it as fat. So cardio can actually make us gain weight. Isn't that crazy? So it's important to be really careful with that. Now, it is still good, and you can do things, like taking a walk, doing some yoga, maybe some stretching to kind of reduce the stress, even like from our daily life, right? Because if we're stressed out at work and stuff like that, then we're still going to have the same reaction. Our bodies are going to be releasing cortisol. That's why I've mentioned before, like we have to be kind of at peace with ourselves and know that we're gonna get there and try not to stress so much about it. Because if we do, then it could be worse. Stress literally blocks us from losing weight, and this is why. So we have to be really careful with it and engage in relaxing activities. And okay, so let's talk about strength. Strength training, or like lifting weights, whatever you want to call it. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to call it strength training. So when you're doing this type of workout, you're burning calories while you're working out, but also after you're done working out. Literally while you're on the couch the next day. Like it's the more muscle you have, the more energy your body needs, the more you can eat, the more you can lose. So it's really, really good for us. Strength training can help boost our metabolism as well. It can help, burn some fat, and we can also shape our body the way we want it to. So you can get yourself a booty, you can get yourself some abs. We can target specific areas and build muscle there, so you have a little bit more control. You won't just end up with like, a smaller version of yourself. You can grow some areas that you would like to grow. And it's fun, you guys. It's really fun. And strength training can actually help you get to your results a lot faster than cardio will. The best part about it, that for PCOS women, it helps us with our androgen levels, which means the symptoms of PCOS will not be as severe or will be gone. And it actually helps with our fertility. And that is so true. I can see it in myself, how it has changed my body as well as my fertility. It's amazing. And it also helps with our insulin sensitivity. So it's really, really good. And I think just the hardest part for a lot of us is getting to the gym, going into the weight room, and lifting some weights. Like, if it helps you to go with someone, grab a partner, go in there. And let me tell you, I didn't have a partner. I didn't have anybody to go with me to the gym, and it's fine for me. Like, I was one of the girls that would just stay in the machine, do some cardio, that's it. Never would I have thought that I would go into the weight room. And while there's a bunch of men, like even now, I look around and there's not that many girls in that area, and it makes me sad. And I'm curious, comment below, what is the hardest part about going into the weight room, and what you need to do in order to break that limitation? What do you need to do in order to start heading to the gym and lifting those weights? What are you going to do? Comment that below. Is that, getting a partner? Is it maybe just 5-second rule? What is it? You know, what's gonna help you? And I think that something else that may hold us back is maybe like the fear of looking bulky or looking unfeminine. And I just want to say, I do not think I look manly or bulky or unfeminine. I feel sexy, I feel cute, I feel strong. It's literally the best thing that I have ever done. And it's just so fun. You can do so many things and you can push yourself, and it's just, you gotta try it. You gotta push yourself. Step out of your comfort zone, because that's where the magic happens. Also, with us women, even those who have PCOS, like, we don't have enough testosterone to be looking all manly and all like bulky like these bodybuilders do. So no, we're not gonna be turning into anything like that. It's gonna take a lot, and it's also gonna take a lot more food to be ingested in order to get big, you know. And most of us are over here eating less than what we should be eating, or about what we need to be eating. So we're not gonna see any type of growth like that. What you're gonna see is your body transforming using whatever it already has. Keep in mind too that like muscle is much smaller, so even if you're like not seeing a lot of progress on the scale, which you shouldn't really base yourself on your progress on the scale, you could be looking smaller already, weighing the same, because that fat is turning into muscle, you know what I mean? The next exercise that I wanted to talk about that I mentioned at the beginning was HIIT exercises. And there was actually some research that was saying that HIIT exercises are actually the best, well, besides strength training, for weight loss in PCOS women, because it helps with insulin sensitivity. And basically it was saying like it has to like make you work in order for it to help you. And from what I understand, it doesn't have to be like, it could be like short, a few minutes of HIIT style training, and that'll help a lot, because it'll help with our insulin sensitivity. With high intensity interval training, it doesn't do the same thing as cardio. So whereas cardio would release the cortisol hormone, and instead of helping us lose weight, it would actually make us store it as fat. With HIIT training, you actually do the opposite, so it'll help with insulin resistance. So I would encourage you guys to try that. Basically, from the research that I did, we should be doing strength, HIIT, and I still think that we should be doing a little bit of cardio, maybe not so much because of the cortisol, but we still do need it for our heart. So I think that it is important to still continue having it in our routine, but maybe do HIIT and strength more. In all honesty, I have been doing strength training for the most part, like maybe 10 minutes of cardio here and there, and I'm still seeing great results. And aside from that, we need to focus on stress relieving activity. We do need to remember that our nutrition is extremely important. We need to look at what we're eating. What are we giving our bodies? Are we having fast food? Are we eating a lot of carbs? Where can we replace those carbs for something else? So I hope that this video was helpful, and I hope that it answered some of your questions. I know that this is a very common question that I've been getting, and it's confusing. There's so much information out. Well, okay, let me stop myself there. There's not that much information, but the information that is out there can be a little bit confusing. And so I hope that this was able to help you, and I hope that with my experience, it kind of shows you a little bit of, you know, what may work for you. And just remember that if it doesn't work for you, try something else. You're not losing anything by just getting started and trying it. I wish you the best of luck in your journey, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and like it. That's the same. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and remember to comment below what is holding you back from hitting the weight room, as well as what you're going to be doing to break that limitation and get to the gym. I'm always on Instagram, so definitely check me out there. Best of luck to you, and I'll talk to you later.